Hi guys, it's Philip here and welcome to this video lesson. And just before we jump into the lesson, I want to let you know I have created a video course for you guys to learn abstract 3D modeling and rendering based off the scenes I have created before. So as you can see, this is the course page. I'm just going to take you through it. If you don't want to purchase straight away, you can download a free episode. Basically, the episode will cover how to create one of these scenes. These scenes are actually the scenes from the course, so you have 6 scenes where I model and render everything, and we can do it together. The course is $199. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's around 5 plus, so around 6 hours of content. We will build these. These are just some information about Cinema 4D, and this is the free lesson. If you guys don't want to purchase the course straight away, you can download the free lesson and check out what the course is all about. And yeah, let's jump straight to the lesson. Take care, bye bye. Hi guys, it's Philip here and welcome to this lesson. And yeah, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to create this. And when it comes to something like this, this style is pretty popular in motion graphics around the web, and all the best companies really go for this type of realism when it comes to Cinema 4D and Octane render. So yeah, these are the tools we're going to be using to create this. And I just want to comment on the picture a little bit. As you can see, the modeling is pretty simplistic, really nothing special. And where it gets interesting is the lighting and the textures a little bit, but the lighting is the most complex part here, which makes this image look so good. So yeah, let's begin. We are using Cinema 4D and Octane render, and let's jump there. So I have my scene here, and we're gonna start by putting a camera there. So I use Octane, so I will just create an Octane camera. You can create a standard camera, whatever works for you, and use a portrait. So in the object portrait, and jump into the camera view, and then go into the coordinates, right click here, 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 and here to reset all the points. Now press F2 to jump to the top view, and I just want to pull the camera somewhere here. Let's also zoom out a bit by holding down 2 on my keyboard and clicking and dragging. And yeah, we don't need this to be all the way there. So the next thing we want to add is a rectangle, and yeah, the rectangle should go here. And now go into the object and change the height to something like 130. Okay, 137 is good, and the width to something like this. And let's just move it somewhere here because we want to almost shoot this hole. Yeah, let's go maybe something like this. And yeah, this is fine. Now, while having rectangle selected, press C to make it editable. So C on your keyboard, and then jump into the points mode. While your mouse is here, go on your keyboard Control A to select everything, right click chamfer, then click and drag to chamfer this. Okay, now go to the model mode and to the move tool, and then while pressing down the rectangle here, hold down Alt and add the extrude as the parent of the rectangle. And now let's see, press F1, and this is what we get. So pull it down somewhere here like this. And for the offset here, we want to put 10, or actually 5. Let's try 5. And this is fine. Let's now, here in the display, go for constant shading lines. And we can leave this as is. Let's actually here for the bevel, type size here 0.3. This is the slight bevel I want to add here. So press down Control and duplicate this one and pull it up like this. So I will press F3 and zoom a bit to see, just to make them touch like they would in the real world. Okay, so this is our background here, and as you can see, it's a bit angled. It's a bit angled, so let's angle the camera slightly. So select the camera and come in here, and let's see here. I click here and then go down with my mouse wheel to put it to -3, and then pull the camera up like this. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. Let's now add a background. So for the background, we will just add a plane. Jump to the top view, pressing F2, pull it somewhere here, R to rotate, and rotate it 90 degrees. And this is our background. Background is fine. And yeah. Okay, so let's create the model. Let's just go here into options, actually this filter, and hide work plane, and hide there. The grid will hide by default. This is fine. Click on the plane here, go into the object and kill these segments, so 1 1, so that we have some more visual clarity here. Right click on the camera, go rigging tags and other protection tags so that we cannot move the camera. And now let's see what we have. This is our studio right now. Let's jump into the render settings and put 720 for the width as well, and lock the ratio. We want this to be the square. Let's see what happens now. Okay, select the camera again, and now actually take this protection tag, put it here, and now go into the camera and move the camera upwards a bit, like this. Let's rotate the camera a bit more. So yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay. Let's select this one and maybe increase the offset slightly and then pull it up. Okay. And maybe the camera as well, just put it like this. Okay. This is our base, so let's begin modeling the shape. As you can see, the shape is pretty simple. So we have a background sphere here, actually the background cube, the green one here. We have another blue one here. We have these cubes that go, they're almost like a star, a sun. And we have this cylinder here and this cube here, really simple stuff. So let's begin with the one that's biggest. So create a cube. It's pretty huge. You jump into the top view, F2, resize it like this. Go F4 and then scale it down like this. Put it somewhere here. Okay, now let's see, this is our cube. Let's scale it down a bit more. Okay, this is perfect. We will deal with the fillets later, so select the cube, press E, and then zoom out, zoom in here, and press down Control and duplicate this. Put it here in front of the cube, and now rotate it 45 degrees like this. And we want to scale it slightly inwards. Actually, don't scale it, just leave it as it is. Nice. Okay, select this cube and then press down Control and add a cylinder. And then for the cylinder, rotate it 90 degrees like this. And press F2 to jump to the top view and just resize the cylinder and pull it out. And then T to scale it and scale the cylinder inwards. Okay. Click on the cylinder, go into the objects, and for the rotation segments, add like 100 rotations. Okay, perfect. Now with the cylinder selected, actually select this cube here, and then go into the top view, press F2, and hold down Control and move it here. And F1 to jump to the front view and just resize this. Okay. Now with this selected, press R to rotate and press down Control, rotate, start rotating, and then hold down Shift to snap. Okay. Let's just leave the camera view, actually pull this here and leave the camera view to see if we're doing this correctly. So not really. Select both of these and go into the object, and for the size set, reduce it a bit. Okay, and select all three of these and pull them inwards like this. Okay, jump back. Okay, now we want to add, select this one and press down Control and rotate it so it's 45 degrees as well, and scale it like this. And press down rotate, press down Control and rotate it again with pressing down Shift 90 degrees. And yeah, that's it. Now we want to select this one. Actually select this one, the one that's farthest away, and go F2, press E, press down Control and move it here. and scale this down. Okay, and now go to the F2 and move it here. Basically this is our shape. Let's now add some details here. And the way we're going to add these details is really not that hard. So yeah, let's see. Leave the camera view. Select one that's furthest. So that's this one. And then let's see, we're gonna add some segments to it. So add one segment here and add one segment here. And this is enough. Now we want to press C on this cube, go into the edge mode and double click this one and double click this one. Now select MS on your keyboard for the bevel. Press down, make sure subdivision is 0 here. Press down the left click and move it. And this is fine. Go into the polygon mode, move tool, select these, select these, oops, select these, right click split. Okay, now we have it. Now when we have these selected, press T to scale, and this is what we get. Now press D to extrude, make sure the create caps is checked here. Click and drag. Okay. Now let's jump back to the move tool and select these. Okay, our normals are fine. And this is good. Let's now see how we can do this easily. You have this one selected, so let's duplicate it. Press down Control and move it down like this. And let's try just scaling this. And yeah, it looks good. So I pressed T and scaled it, and let's do it again. Control to duplicate, press T and scale it. Nice, okay. This is good. Now we want to select all the models here. Now we actually want to bevel these. So the ones that are not edited, so these cubes, select all of them, go into the fillet and add a fillet radius of 0.3. And this is good. For the cylinder, fillet, same thing, 0.3 is fine. And these cubes that we have here, we want to select all of them like this and press down Shift and add a bevel modifier to them. And now for the offset, we want to put 0.3, and for the subdivision, we want to put 3. Okay. Now let's select all of these except for the plane, and that's this, and Alt G to group them. Jump into the camera view, and let's see what we're going to do with this. So scale it down, R to rotate it, and position it somehow. Yeah, something like this, doesn't really matter, you can play with it. Okay, now with this null selected, press E for the move tool, press down Control and move it to duplicate it. I want to scale it down and put it jump F2, put it up front, and rotate this a bit like this. So do the same thing, press E, press Control and move it. So this is how I want to move this one. Maybe scale it down a bit. Press E, duplicate this one as well. Put it somewhere here. Actually, we should have done this after we already have textured this. So let's try using instances. So remove all the other groups here. Let's rename this to shape. And now click on this shape and then add an instance of it. Here it is, shape instance. We cannot resize it, unfortunately, yeah. Okay, let's just delete it. We're going to light this first and then duplicate it. So, I mean, texture it first and then duplicate it. So we have our main shape here. Let's now add this one. It's this one and this weird wire. So for the wire, we want to deselect everything here, jump to the spline pen, press down 4 for the front view, and then just start putting some edges here like this, some points here like this. Okay. Now select all of these, Control A, right click, and then chamfer, and you wanna do this. And yeah, it's nice. Let's now just try maybe, whoops, try maybe selecting this one. So press down Control, and let's see how we can move only this one. It doesn't matter, we'll just leave it as it is, it's fine. Now we want to add a little circle. So come in here and add a circle and really scale it down. You can put it here for reference. Scale it down and then R and rotate it like this so that you cannot see it from the front view. And then add a sweep and put the circle and the spline into the sweep, and this is what you get. Now let's just put it somewhere here. Okay, actually click on the shape and move it back a bit. And this one, we have it somewhere here. Let's actually go to the circle, press T and scale it down a bit. We want to make this like a wire. Okay, with the sweep selected, press on Control and add a sphere on top here. And then go into the sphere and increase the segments. And with the sphere selected, press on Control and add a tube. Scale it down, pull it down, put it somewhere here at the beginning. This is just a tiny detail. Jump into the F3 and put it somewhere here like this. Okay. For the tube, add a fillet. 0.3 is fine. Oops. I left the camera view, so just go back. 0.3. Okay. We are now good. Now let's see what we can do here. Let's select the shape and we want to rotate it maybe like this. Yeah. Maybe resize it a bit. Okay. Now let's create these textures. So add up Octane Sky here. And the HDRI we want to use is from the HDRI Heaven. It's called Old Room 2K HDRI. I will link it. And we just want to reduce the power to maybe 0.1. And let's light it up using Octane. This is something different, so light it up. Okay, this is what we get. Jump into the Octane settings and make sure your Octane settings are like mine. Just copy this. Make sure that the AI denoiser is turned on as well here. But anyway, just pause the video and make sure these are copied. Max sample is 500, so just for this. So at the moment this is too dark, so let's just put one here, and we can use this. We can use this to create our shaders. Okay, now let's see for the shaders. We will need to find some free shaders because I actually used some paid PBR textures from Polygon and whatever for this wood here and the background, I think, and for the wood here as well. So let's search the web to see if we can find something for free. So let's see, free PBR oak shader, oak wood, free PBR oak wood shader, and just let's open this one to see what we have here. This doesn't look that bad. Okay, let's get this one. Let's see, how do we download here? Free for personal and commercial use, maybe here. Not really. Where is the download button? Maybe I just click here. No. Okay, where do I download this? Download. Okay, we just click there, coming here. Let's see. Yeah, download. Download. Nice. Okay, our shader is downloaded, just extract it somewhere and we're going to import it to our project. Okay, so in here within Cinema, let's create a glossy material. So material create glossy, and we can name this one wood. So open it up, go into the node editor. Let's actually first Google oak index or refraction. Or something like wood, okay. 1.56, so here for the index 1.56 is what we need. Open the node editor and just the wood that we have downloaded. Here you have the standard. We want the base color. We want to add the glossiness, the height. Metallic we don't need, the normal we need, the roughness, the specular. Let's just open it to see if anything is happening here. Not really. Wood material, nothing here as well. The glossiness, yeah, we have something. I don't see anything happening here. I'm not even sure if this should be used. So we have the glossiness and we have the roughness. These are the two we need aside. So let's see, this is wood, and let's add it to the diffuse. And this is glossiness, so that goes into the specular. For the roughness, that goes into roughness. For the height, let's put that into the bump. Let's change the height to float, and the roughness to float as well, and the glossiness to float as well, and the normal should be left at normal and put it here. So let's see how this looks like. Okay, now select this one, jump in here and change this to cubic, and select this one as well and change that one to cubic as well. Okay, I think we can work with this. It's not perfect, but yeah, maybe we should UV these. So let's delete the one down. Select this one, press C, and then delete all of these, and then save this, click on this, go here into the UV, and then select render projection frontal, and then select automatic UV apply, and let's see, let's try with this. So go into the user startup, light up Octane as well again, put it here, and here for this extrude, go to the UV mapping. Now we have something different. It kinda sucks. Let's try reducing this length here to 20%. Yep, maybe 150. Yeah, it's stupid. Let's try a cubic as well. Let's just go with this to begin with. Maybe down the road we can change it. Let's now jump into our wood here and go to the node editor and come in here, and here where we have our diffuse, add a color correction. And now what we want to do with this one is increase its brightness to 1.5, and for the saturation pull it down to 0.9, maybe 0.6. Okay, maybe 0.5, and let's see if we should play with the hue a bit. Okay, I like this. And here in the roughness, let's play with this a bit to see what we get. Okay, now select this extrude, press down Ctrl and duplicate it, put it here. Okay, now for this wood, let's press down Ctrl and duplicate it and drag and name it to blue wood. And now what we want to do is jump into the node editor and put that blue wood onto our element here. Okay, and now double click on this and go into the node editor, into the color correction. And then what we want to do for the brightness here is pull it back to 1, and for the saturation pull it back to 1 as well, and change the hue. We want to find the blue color. Okay, it's here. Nice. Okay, let's now select this one and pull it outwards. This is one we forgot. Okay. And then select this one and pull it as well. Maybe go into the do this. Nice. Okay. Now for the wood here, let's click and drag, click Control and drag it to duplicate it as well, and put it here onto this element, and jump into the node editor and remove the color correction. And rename this wood to dark wood maybe. It's not really dark, but yeah. Okay, we want to create a glossy material, and here in the diffuse we'll go for something yellow, and for the roughness make it pretty rough, and let's put that here and here, maybe here. Okay, let's make it more orange, so change the hue a bit. Yeah, I like this. So press down Control on the yellow thingy and let's put it here and maybe here, and let's create a purple. Somewhere more here, but reduce the value and the saturation. Yeah, and then go into the normal and add a noise. So cinema 4D, Octane, and then noise. And let's see what will happen here. We can't really see anything. So jump into noise and increase the contrast. This is interesting. Let's see. We can maybe change the gamma a bit. No, not really. Maybe omega. Change the perlane to chips. And then put the gamma somewhere here. Now select this one, I think for this shape, this one, and jump into the cubic. Yeah. Okay. And now just press down, click and drag on the yellow here, and we want to create some sort of green for this. So the green is somewhere here. We want to make it closer to the blue, but decrease the value and decrease the... Okay, maybe decrease the value a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of like a dark green or whatever. And maybe in the roughness, add some texture. Octane image texture, and here add a fingerprint texture. And now we want to create another material, and that's like a metallic material, and put it onto the wire and the tube here and the sphere here. And now we want to make it rough, just slightly rough, and add a texture to the roughness. So add an image texture and then add a fingerprint one. Increase the roughness here and decrease the mix. Okay, and into the specular, let's add some form of saturation here. Try making it pretty rough. Okay, and for the background, let's use the wood. I don't like it. Let's click and drag on the yellow, put it to the background, and we will change the background color to something more neutral, so something like a brownish, something here. Yeah, we can add something. We can add some more of these things later here. But yeah, this is our this is what we made. Let's create our first light. So select this thing in the middle, and then go into the objects and lights, and then Octane targeted area light, and then go into the visibility and check these and pull these down and put the light thingy down. So selecting the light, go into the details and change the rectangle to disk, and then come in here and scale this light a bit down and just pull it to the right, and maybe somewhere like this to the top, so that we get the shadows and the form. You can use this one as a reference of where the light is. So it's somewhere here, as you can see. Now we want to duplicate this light, so press down Control and move it here. And this is the fill light that we want. It should be somewhere here. Just name this one key and maybe this one fill. And now for the fill light, we want to decrease it from 16 to 8. Maybe even lower. Let's try 4. Okay. Now we want to add a new light and maybe to the backlight. And we want to uncheck the visibility here and press 10 here for the backlight, and now pull it backwards somewhere here to light our background like this. Maybe put it to 5 or to 3. 5 is better. Okay. Yeah, so we're pretty close. Let's add some more lights. So select the key light here and press down Control to duplicate it, but scale it down. For this key light, we want to add some more detail. Let's put it somewhere here. Okay, let's go compare store render buffer and disable the second key light to see. This is without, this is with, without, with. So just a slight change, but I think, yeah, it adds a bit. Now when I look at it, I want to add some more contrast. So let's select our key lights and try moving the key light to see what kind of looks can we get. Yeah, this is fine. Let's try for the key light, for the fill light. Let's also duplicate that one and scale it down and put it somewhere here to remove some of the shadows. So for this fill light, reduce its power. I don't like this yellow. I think it's too saturated and light, so I'm gonna decrease the saturation and then decrease the value. Actually, keep the value but increase the saturation. Well, let's see. Okay, this is a bit better. Maybe I want to add a bump and then add a noise and then increase the contrast. And then select this and select the shader here and go cubic. So do that for the rest, maybe for these tubes, go for the cubic as well. Yeah, well, I wanted to add some more detail here. I just don't like the plain look of it. So for the glass, for this one as well, let's go into the bump and maybe add a noise as well. Let's add a Cinema 4D noise. And here, let's see here, noise, use OXO. And then maybe click on the bump here and copy this shader and paste it into the normal. This sucks, go back. Okay. Okay, it's not that bad. Let's just select our background here, and for the background I wanna decrease the value here like this, make it more neutral. Yeah, and maybe for the normal I also wanna add a noise. But this is too much, yeah. Okay, clear. For the normal, maybe for the bump, let's find some wall texture. So go from online, and then we wanna free PBR wall shader. Okay, now I think I just want to take out the normal map out of something like this, not actually the diffuse, because I don't really mind about the diffuse. This is the plaster one, this is what I wanted. Let's try Unreal Engine. What is this? Unity? Unreal Engine? I think Unreal Engine 1 is good for us. It's 21 megabytes, pretty fast. Let's extract that. Okay, and now, yeah, let's import the normal map for our background. Okay, here it is, normal map. Normal, and put it here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I like this, it's much more realistic. Let's use the same normal map for our yellow shader here. So this is the yellow. We have a bump, so clear the bump, but for the normal add the image texture and then add that one that we just downloaded off the web. It's the normal map. It looks interesting. I think it would look better if it was like a wood. So let's try adding, actually changing it to the wood we downloaded. So we use the normal map of the wood. Standard, and then the normal, and then no. Okay, yeah, it's much better. Yeah, I like it, I like it. Let's not just duplicate these and select the shape and select down control and duplicate it here and scale it down and rotate it a bit to see, jump to the top view to maybe just find some nice light. Slides where we can put this shape like this. Press down control and move it here. Okay, we're not getting a lot of light from the left, so it's kind of stupid for it to be like this. It's in the shadow. Let's make it so it catches some light. Maybe rotate it. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see, toggle info. I don't want this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I wouldn't even send this to post process. Let's actually select this one. I want to move it maybe here so that it catches some more light, like here. Let's see what we have done. Yeah, we have moved them too far away that they can't be seen by the light. This one as well. We want to move it here so that it's closer to the light, maybe even below, like this. Nice, nice. This is better. Nice. Nice, we get kind of a movement here. I like this. Okay, I'm sending this to be rendered, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I mentioned in the beginning, I have created a full abstract 3D modeling and rendering course. If you guys are interested, please check it out. And I hope you learned something. Subscribe to my channel if you want some free content. And I have a Patreon going on. If you sign up to my Patreon, you will get all these scenes for free. And yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.